This is the first episode of our Final Score podcast. What we're going to be doing in this podcast is pretty self-explanatory from the title. We're going to be talking about final scores of sports going on and highlights and game stats. So yeah. What sport should we start off with, Brayden?
Any of them.
Any of them?
Yeah.
Go NFL games.
Preseason football.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the stats for Titans and Falcons. What do we got? So, let's start with the final score. Titans won 23-20. So they are now 1-1. Brandon Allen, who was their main quarterback Friday, he went 11 of 14 for 119 yards with a passing touchdown, but threw an interception. Number 1 overall pick Cam Moore went 2 of 7 for 42 yards. That's not that good, bud. Not good at all. Alright. Ooh, on the receiving end, we got freaking Gunnar Helm leading the pack. I don't know when he got drafted, but I do know that he was on Texas. He had 4 receptions for 48 yards and a receiving touchdown. Another player who was in college last year, Xavier Restrepo, 2 receptions for 18 yards. What game stats do you got up, Brayden?
I currently got up the Dallas Cowboys game.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Let's see here. Come on, load. Okay. Let's start off with the score. The Ravens won 31-13 against the Dallas Cowboys.
Tragic.
Box scores. Cooper Rush was this pass? Yeah, this is passing. He was 20 for 30 through 198 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 picks. Devin Leary went 5 for 10, 53 yards, no touchdowns nor picks. Rushing, Rasheen Ali, he went 19 carries, 62 yards, no touchdowns. Ernest Johnson had 11 carries, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. And then let's go to the Dallas side of things. Joe Milton went 9 for 18, 122 yards, no touchdowns but 1 pick. Will Greer went 1 for 5, 33 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. Miles Sanders on rushing went 7 carries, 15 yards, no touchdowns. Pretty much every rushing player for y'all did not get a touchdown.
Yeah. We kind of got a mess.
So yeah.
Alright. Let's look at another game. Bless you.
Thank you. What game?
I'm gonna hit him up with the game I actually watched. The 49ers against the Raiders. 49ers came out on top 22-19 after a game-winning field goal. Mac Jones went 13 of 16, 135 yards, 1 interception. Brock Purdy started the game out for the 49ers, went 5 of 7, 66 yards. And the man that ended out the game for him, Carter Bradley, he went 8 of 13 for 96 yards. On the rushing side of things, Keyshawn Vaughn, 9 carries for 24 yards. And Corey Kiner, 2 attempts, 23 yards. Receiving, Robbie Chosen, 5 receptions, 92 yards. DeMarcus Robinson, 3 receptions for 44 yards. And Ricky Pearsall, he got 3 receptions for 42 yards. On the defensive side of things, they got 2 interceptions. One of them was Chase Lucas, the other Jalen Mahoney. For the losing side of things, Aiden O'Connell, 15 of 23 for 138 and 1 interception. Geno Smith, I assume, started out the game, and he was 6 for 8 for 55 yards. Aston Genty, 7 carries for 33 yards and a rushing touchdown. And Chris Collier, 4 carries for 26 yards. Receiving, we got Carter Runyon, 2 catches for 29 yards. Cedric Jackson, 3 receptions, 28 yards. Brock Bowers had 1 catch for 28 yards. Not the greatest. And no interceptions for them. Oh, yes, they did. They had 1 interception all game, and it was Jeremy Chin. Daniel Carlson, picture perfect. He had 4 of 4 from field goal range. His longest was 54 yards. He got 13 points. Wow. So Daniel Carlson kind of carried the Raiders there. What game you got?
I'm going to do my team's game, the Buccaneers.
All right.
The Buccaneers won 17-14 due to a Chase McLaughlin game-winning field goal. The passing for the Buccaneers was Connor, I don't know how to say his last name, but he went 14 for 18, 106 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. Then we got Teddy Two Gloves. He went 6 for 11, 85 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kyle Trask went 3 for 10, 19 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. On the rushing side of things, no rushing touchdowns, but Josh Williams had 5 carries, 21 yards. Bucky Irving, 8 carries, 12 yards. Sean Tucker with 4 carries and 6 yards. And let's go to the receiving. Sterling Shepard had 3 receptions for 47 yards. Tez Johnson had 4 receptions for 24 yards. Garrett Green had 3 receptions for 25 yards. Jalen McMillan had 1 reception for 18 yards. Emeka Ibuka had 1 reception for 5 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. And then on the Steelers side of things, Skylar Thompson went 10 for 15, 113 yards, 1 interception. Mason Rudolph went 3 for 5, 46 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And then Logan Woodside went 4 for 9, 45 yards, 1 pick. The Pittsburgh rushing, Caleb Johnson, 11 carries, 50 yards. Lou Nichols, 3 carries for 42 yards. Evan Hull, 3 carries for 17 yards. And then for their receiving, Roman Wilson, 2 receptions for 72 yards. Rock Taylor, 3 receptions for 39 yards. Scotty Miller, 2 receptions for 38 yards. And that's about it.
I say we'll check up on the scores of 2 more games and then head over to MLB.
MLB the show.
I am going to touch on Chargers against the Rams. The score was 23 Rams to Chargers 22. Dang. Was it a game winner? Let's see. I believe... Oh, yeah. I actually looked at the highlights for this game. It was like with 1 second on the clock, they got a game-winning touchdown.
Ooh.
So for the Chargers, Trey Lance, 7 of 15, 121 yards, no touchdown. Taylor Heineke, 6 of 11 for 56 yards. And Justin Herbert, 2 of 5 for 46 yards. Rushing, their 2 rushing leaders were Trey Lance and Taylor Heineke. Trey Lance had 4 rushes for 25 yards. Heineke had 4 rushes for 19. Kamani Vidal, 10 carries for 16 yards. On the receiving side, Trey Harris had 6 receptions for 85 yards. Keandre Lambert-Smith had 6 catches for 66 yards. Latimer McConkey, 1 catch for 17 yards. And Raheem Sanders, 2 catches for 17 yards. On the defense, their 1 interception was from Tayraw Edwards, who is a D lineman. Which I actually saw that play. For the winning Rams, Stetson Bennett played the entire game. He was 28 of 40. Beautiful game. He was 70%. 324 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and only 1 interception. Jarquez Hunter had 15 carries for 55 yards. Cody Schrader, 13 carries for 48 yards. And Blake Corum, 4 carries for 22 yards. On the receiving side, Brennan Presley, 6 catches for 102 yards. Xavier Smith, 4 catches for 49 yards. And Mario Williams had 2 receptions for 46 yards and a receiving touchdown. On defense, no interceptions. And yeah, that's about it. What game you got next?
I'll touch up on the Seahawks-Chiefs game, where the Seattle Seahawks beat the Chiefs 33-16.
That's what we like to see.
Let's see. For the Chiefs, Gardner Minshew threw 7 for 9 for 70 yards and a touchdown. I don't know how to say his last name, Chris, whatever, went 4 for 7, 31 yards. And then Bailey Zapp went 3 for 4, 9 yards, and that was it for him. Rushing, Bradshard Smith carried it 3 times, got 22 yards, no touchdowns. Carson Steele, 7 carries, 22 yards. Elijah Young, 2 carries, 10 yards. For the passing, or the receiving, Robert, don't know how to say that last name. 5 receptions, 41 yards, a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 1 reception, 22 yards. Bradshaw Smith, 2 receptions for 16 yards. Those were their leaders. And then, that was about it for the Chiefs. The Seahawks, Drew Lock went 10 for 12, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns, so he balled out. Jalen Milroe went 3 for 5, 46 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Sam Darnold went 4 for 4, 34 yards, and no touchdowns or interceptions. Damian Martinez, 11 carries, 50 yards, a touchdown. George, I don't know how to say his last name, 5 carries for 49 yards. Jacardi Wright, 5 carries, 49 yards. That was for their rushing. And then for receiving, I'm assuming that's Derek Young, 3 receptions for 52 yards. Cody White, 2 receptions for 26 yards. And Jake Bobo for 2 receptions, 24 yards.
Alright.
And that was pretty much it for the Seahawks-Chiefs game.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what's popping on MLB. First game I'm going to talk about is Phillies against Nationals earlier today. Phillies, the home team, the away team, won 11-9. First inning, they scored 1. Second inning, they scored 5. Fourth inning, they scored 2. Sixth, they scored 1. And their final inning where they scored was the 8th inning where they scored 2. The Nationals, in the 3rd inning, tied it up with 6 runs. And then in the final 9th inning, when they were down 11-6, scored 3 runs, only putting the damage to lose by 2. Let's look at the stats. Trey Turner went 2 of 4, scoring 3 runs himself. Kyle Schwarber was 1 of 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Bryce Harper went 2 of 4 with 1 run and 2 RBIs. Alex Baum, 2 of 4 with 2 runs, a home run and 3 RBIs. Nick Castellanos went 2 of 5 with 2 runs, 1 RBI, and a home run. That's about it for the Phillies. Now for the losing Nationals. Luis Garcia Jr. went 3 of 4 with 2 runs. C.J. Abrams, 3 of 5, 2 runs and an RBI. Paul DeJong, he was 1 of 4 with 2 runs, a home run, and 3 RBIs. And that is about it. What game do you got?
I'll touch up on my Arizona Diamondbacks, who depressingly lost to the Colorado Rockies 6-5. Let's see, for the box scores, doesn't say their first name fully, but Pedro had 3 at-bats, 1 hit, no home runs. Alexander had 5 at-bats, 1 hit, but 3 strikeouts. Yeah, that's what a K is. Corbin Carroll, 4 at-bats, 1 or 2 hits, 1 RBI, 1 home run, 1 strikeout, and that's really about it for him. And then pitching wise, Chris Mack had thrown 3 hits, struck out 5 people, and that's really about it for him. I don't think there was no home runs given up. Nope. Woodford had thrown 3 hits and struck out 1 person. And that was about it for the Diamondbacks, which was not too bad. Freeman had, for Colorado, had 4 at-bats, no hits. I'm assuming he just popped flied out or grounded out because there was no strikeouts for him. Monic, I don't know how to say that last name. He had 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 2 RBIs, so good for him. Tovar, the shortstop, had 4 at-bats, 2 hits, no RBIs, no home runs. Beck, the left fielder, had 4 at-bats, but 3 strikeouts. Nothing much for him. And pitching, they had I don't know how to say that. He had 4 hits and 2 strikeouts. Perlada had 3 hits and he had 2 home runs hit on him. Darnell had 2 hits and 1 strikeout. So yeah, that was about it for the Colorado Diamondbacks game.
Alright, next I'm going to touch up on the absolute barn burner with a total of 5 runs scored between the Brewers and the Reds. Where the first run wasn't scored till the 7th inning, where the Cincinnati Reds took a 1-0 lead. Then, after the 9th inning, the game was tied 2-2, and the Reds walked it off in the 10th inning to win 3-2. So, for the Brewers, not many hits at all. William Contreras was 1 for 4 with a home run that got 2 RBIs, so their only points of the game. Pitching, Jose Quintana had 4 strikeouts, and Tobias Myers had 2 strikeouts. And for the winning sides, for the Cincinnati Reds, Spencer Steer was 1 for 3. Ellie De La Cruz, 1 for 4. Austin Hayes was 2 for 5 with a run. Oh, mind me add in, TJ Friedel had 1 run as well. Will Benson had their 3rd run, which I don't know that that's the order. So basically their best performer was Noelvi Marte, 2 for 4. Pitching, Andrew Abbott, 7 strikeouts. And their last strikeout of the game was from Tony Santillan. He had 1. So that's basically it for my absolute barn burner between the Reds and the Brewers. What game do you got?
To lighten up the mood a little bit, for me, after losing to the Rockies, my Orioles beat the Astros 12-0. So,
wow.
Let's see the box scores. Holiday had 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 RBI, but no home runs. Westberg had 5 at-bats, 4 hits, 1 home run, and 5 RBIs. Nothing for Carlson. Hernandez had 2 at-bats, no hits, 2 RBIs, and that was it. So he wasn't safe, but he got the 2 RBIs, I guess. Nothing really much after that. We did have our first baseman, Mayo. He had 5 at-bats, 1 hit, no RBIs, no home runs, and a strikeout. Our left fielder, Beavers, he had 4 at-bats, 1 hit, and that was about it. Pitching-wise, we had 3 hits for Is that Creamer? Kermer? I think it's Kermer.
What team are you
I'll
on?
just say the Orioles. I think it's Kremer. I think it's Creamer, isn't it? Well,
Probably, yeah.
Creamer. He had 7 strikeouts and 3 hits. Wolf, I don't know how to say that. He had 1 hit and 3 strikeouts, and then Martin had 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. Moving on to Houston, Pena had 4 at-bats, no hits, and 2 strikeouts. Correa had 3 at-bats, 1 hit, no strikeouts. Looking through just to see who has like some good stats for them. Sanchez had 4 at-bats, no hits, no home runs, no RBIs, but he had 2 strikeouts. Melton, their center fielder, had 3 at-bats, no hits, no nothing, but 2 strikeouts. Mostly their whole team just struck out. Pitching-wise, Javier had 3 hits and struck out 2 people. Dublin had 5 hits, had 1 strikeout and 1 home run. O-R-T, had 2 hits, no strikeouts, no home runs. And that was pretty much it for the Houston game.
Alright. Well, now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Royals' 3rd and final game against the White Sox in their 3-game series that they actually swept the White Sox in. So in their 3rd and final game, they were down 2-0 early after the 6th inning. But then, after the 7th inning was done, it was 2-2. And in the 8th inning, we scored 4 runs to take a 6-2 lead. And we just turned on the afterburners and rode into the sunset to win 6-2. So for the White Sox, it was Mike Tauchman, 1 for 4. Lenin Sosa, 1 of 5 with a run. He scored a home run. Andrew Benintendi scored their other point. And the guy that got him in was Edgar Cuero. He was 2 of 4. Pitching, really their only good performer, was Davis Martin with 4 strikeouts. Now on my favorite team, Royals side of things, it was Mike Yastrzemski, 1 of 3. Bobby Witt Jr. was 1 of 3. He scored a run. Pasquantino had 4 at-bats but didn't hit the ball. Mike Garcia went 1 of 4 with an RBI, and he scored a run. Salvador Perez, 1 of 4 also with an RBI, and he scored 1 run. Alex Frazier, probably our best player of the game. He was 2 of 4 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs. Jonathan India was 1 of 3 with a run scored, a home run, and 2 RBIs. Pitching, we kind of dominated with a total of 10 strikeouts. Our leading pitcher was Ryan Berger with 7 strikeouts. Then Angel Zerpa, 2 strikeouts. And Lucas Urseg with 1 to round out our 10 strikeout game from our bullpen. What game do you got next?
I will touch up on the Yankees and Cardinals, where the Yankees won 8-4. The box scores: Grimsham had 4 at-bats, 1 strikeout, and I don't think any hits. Rice had 2 at-bats and 1 strikeout. Let's see where it gets to the actual good stats. Obviously, Aaron Judge, 3 at-bats, 1 hit, no strikeouts, but no home runs. Bellinger, 4 at-bats, 2 RBIs, no strikeouts. Dominguez had 5 at-bats, 2 hits, and 1 RBI. Pitching-wise, Warren had 6 hits and 3 strikeouts. Williams had no hits and 1 strikeout. Doval had 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 home run. Moving on to the Cardinals. Newt Bar had 4 at-bats, 3 hits, 1 strikeout. Hampson had 1 at-bat, no strikeouts, no hits, no nothing. Burleson had 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI, no strikeouts. Herrera had 4 at-bats and 1 strikeout. Walker had 3 at-bats, no hits, 2 strikeouts. Pitching, Mikolas had 4 hits and 1 strikeout. Lay, I don't know how to say that. He had 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Probably Brian O'Brien had 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and that was pretty much it for that game.
Alright, one last thing I'm going to touch up on for this episode is the Pirates versus Cubs game, where the Cubs defeated the Pirates 4-3. So after the 6th inning, it was tied 3-3, and the Cubs scored their game-winning run in the bottom of the 8th. So for the Pirates batting, not much there. Spencer Horwitz had an RBI. Probably their best batter was Nick Gonzalez, 2 of 4 with a run scored. But Joey Bart had 2 RBIs, and he was 1 of 4. Pitching, they had a total of 5 strikeouts. Carmen Mladzinski had 3 of them. Chase Shugart had 2 strikeouts. For the winning team in the Chicago Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong, 2 of 4 with a run scored. Ian Happ, 2 of 3 with a run scored. And Dansby Swanson, 2 RBIs, and he was 1 of 3. Pitching, they kind of dominated. A total of 9 strikeouts. Javier Assad had 3 strikeouts. Taylor Rogers had 1. Ben Brown, 4 strikeouts, leading the bullpen. And Caleb Theobar had 1 strikeout. So that is pretty much it for me this episode. Do you have anything else you want to touch up on, Braden?
I am good for this episode.
Okay. Well, hope you all enjoyed our first episode as we touched on, I believe, 6 NFL games and 7 MLB games. We read through a lot of stats, not our usual thing. I don't know about you, Braden.
Stats are usually not what I care about, but...
Yeah, but we're doing it for y'all's entertainment. So if you enjoy, please hit the like and subscribe button. Road to 50 subs. And with that, we will see you in the next one.